going. So this is CA305. It's going back to its owner Jens in Japan, and it has been one of the most challenging restorations that I've ever been involved with. We made everything for CA305: crankshafts, cylinders, connecting rods, wheel hubs, you name it, we made it for CA305. This is the amazing Ace. It was sold new in 1927 to Japanese police department, and it lived there. It hid during World War II. It's amazing it didn't get melted down into scrap. It's a stunning motorcycle, and we're very, very proud to have been able to restore it for Jens. He found it from the original family, and the original family has sort of been actively involved in this restoration. They know that Jens has put all kinds of time, resources, effort, money into it, and it's been, like I said, a challenging restoration, but it's been one of the most rewarding restorations too. Jens and I probably butted heads a couple of times, and you know, these bikes sometimes tell you the pace at which they want to go back together. And you know, we went through 2 foundries making cylinders. We just had a brutal time, you know, sourcing and making some of the stuff. This switch right here was co-made by Pat Murphy and Tom Fickow. It's an optional, like a 4-month-only switch. You'll never see another one unless it's an original. Just an amazing motorcycle. Just an absolutely amazing motorcycle. So it's going to ship out of Boston, which is really kind of amazing because it probably shipped out of Boston originally, which is really pretty cool. So maybe even actually in the same shipyard as when it left for Japan all those years ago. It is a 1928, and this spring in Japan, it will be 90 years to the day from when the Indian Motorcycle Corporation shipped this bike over there. So we're pretty happy to see it go back to its rightful owner. It's been upgraded in many ways, and internally that's all really well documented. I don't need to get into much of that, but we spent a lot of time, effort, and resources learning aces. And to me, the 1927 VF series and the 1928 CA series aces are the most beautiful and stunning of them all. They have the pressurized recirculating lubrication in them from the factory, and that is a major advantage. Of course, this bike runs oil jets that spray the piston crown, which they didn't have then. It has an external oil filter for modern riding to protect the babbitt and the surfaces of the crankshaft. So she's really just a sweetheart of a machine. Sad to see her go, but happy to see it go at the same time so that I can get this back to Jens and where it belongs. The bike belongs in Japan. As much as we'd like it to stay here in the United States, Jens, it's really time it goes home to you. So anyhow, this is probably the last time we're going to crate it up. We'll have to remove the headlight from her. Everything is flagged, and we have a little write-up that we're sending with it, and there'll be a video of it going into her crate. We have to install an inspection window for the customs agent to inspect the serial number of CA305. Yeah, Kevin, get in there at CA305, one last shot on her. My favorite moment with this bike, believe it or not, wasn't actually riding the motorcycle for the first time. That was a pretty special moment, but I was on my way home from the Davenport AMCA meet, and I went through Kalamazoo, Michigan, and I stopped and I put the unrestored gas tank, which you could still barely read the Indian script, on top of Arthur Lemon's gravestone, which that was a pretty special day. It was Memorial Day, an amazing time. So that was kind of my favorite memory about CA305. So this one, I've done tons of Hendersons, and if you cut me, I'm a Detroit Henderson guy. But this particular bike and this light, look at the sun just decided, CA305 just decided it wanted to have its picture taken. So pretty amazing light. Great bike. I'm just going to let Kevin walk around it, and I'll be quiet now. and just let the bike speak for itself, and we'll go from there. People are honking their horns seeing it.